Hello, welcome to the Self-Learning Podcast by Dr. Sushma Singh. Let us start discussion on Unit 3, Contextual Dimensions of Democratic Decentralization, Social, Economic and Geographical. And we are continuing our topic, Impact on Urban Sociology. The 74th Amendment increases the civil responsibilities of urban local bodies considerably by adding subjects to their list of function 12th schedule. In view of the augmented responsibilities, improvement of services cannot be effected without involving the local bodies in appropriate reforms and ensuring to them. The wherewithal such as decision making autonomy, resources, O&M improvement wherever found insufficient. Some proposed measures in this regard are external assistance, involvement of the private sector and market finance, and involvement of the community as active participants in governance. Another significant problem is that administrative processes are extremely protracted and complex, which can leave people frustrated and skeptical about their condition. There is therefore need for rationalization and simplification of administrative processes to achieve better outcomes and also reduce corruption, which is a breed on inefficiency. Importantly, people's participation could greatly reduce administrative hurdles. The most significant means in this regard is the Right to Information Act that guarantees access to the ordinary citizens to official information that had hitherto remained concealed in official files, coupled with e-governance initiative for process improvement from the point of view of efficiency, as also democratization of the process through ensuring transparency. The midterm appraisal of the 10th five-year plan document reveals that a national e-governance plan is underway. The project involves the Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances and beneficiary departments. The objective is to overcome infrastructural inadequacies, re-engineering the process to weed out the outmoded procedures and make them user-friendly, strengthening e-governance drivers, building institutions for capacity building and training, and putting in place appropriate laws. Design applications would respond to citizens' needs and aspirations, and systematic implementation of projects with the less complex proceedings, the more complicated processes. As far as the question of social exclusion is concerned, quality public education services and equal opportunities in employment to the girl child and the children of the deprived sections would be needed, apart from the effective say in administrative matters and political empowerment would be needed to counter contradictory historical pulls in this regard would be necessary. As per Kumar, these sections have been ignored in the new economic policy. The author alleges that the initiate has retarded in this regard since the state has chosen to withdraw from the social sector and has concentrated instead on corporate sector friendly policies. The 74th Amendment provides for reservation of one-third seats at the level of local governance and one-third of all chairperson seats. As a result, there are at present 1 million women representatives at the local level in India. The reason why women have not made it in sufficient number in political circles is that they do not constitute safe bets for political parties in a system where money and muscle power account for most gains. As read in the 10th plan documents, studies of parliamentary participation suggest that women members participate more actively in women's issues, health, welfare, aristocracies against women, crimes like dowry and violence of human rights. Hence, more women members would certainly give a boost to activism in these regards. Now let us move to the next point, decentralization of urban administration. It is a potential means to promote the benefits of development for all, specially designed to it enables better accessibility of local population to come in contact with the urban administration to redress their grievances. It facilitates many working operations of administration. It also accounts for economy, speed, and efficiency in administration closer to the people, which pave the way for greater public participation in urban development, which is a matter of vital significance. Participation of public in urban administration is unavoidable, and appropriate measures have to be devised and adopted. This can be done in the following manners. The elected representative of people, like the members of parliament and state legislative assemblies, should be actively involved, as has been provided for by the Constitution of India. The non-government organizations should be provided opportunity to play their role more effectively by giving them necessary support, also assigning specific possibility. As many people as is possible should be actively associated and kept informed of the administrative measures in order to enable the effective implementation for the benefit of the society. The concept of democratic administration, decentralized governance, and public participation appear to be simple. However, as these are aligned to ideologies, systems of government, and ethos of the people, much explorative work taking into account local problems, which may be unique, needs to be undertaken on the lines of observation having been made in paper. Now let us move to the next point, recommendations in this regard. It is not easy to frame a set of recommendations to tone up urban administration to be more democratic, decentralized, and pro-people. However, some salient points are proposed here for consideration. Accent on pro-people policies and programs. Accessibility of all sections of society, especially the poor and women, should be ensured. Affordability should be one of the main criteria for the various services, which should be user oriented also. Accountability to people should be the primary responsibility of administration, which can be fulfilled to a great extent by informing the people, motivating their cooperation, redressing their grievances, catering to their needs more satisfactorily, above all, developing a clean and transparent administration that could win their constant appreciation and confidence. Now let us wind up the session and take rest. Thank you very much for engaging yourself with the self-learning podcast.